I realized it too late. When I finally had the money, when I finally had the time, there was no one left to share it with. I thought success would wait. I thought love would understand. I was wrong. If you are chasing money, goals, or recognition right now, listen closely. This story might save you years of regret. Before we begin, let me ask you a sincere question. What have you been putting off, thinking you'll handle it later? A phone call, a visit, a hug, a promise. If stories about life, regret, and second chances touch your heart, subscribe to the channel now. These stories aren't just entertainment, they are warnings. Now, let me tell you why I learned this lesson too late. I took pride in being strong, pride in being independent, pride in never asking for help. I grew up believing a man's value was measured by what he provided, not by how present he was. So I worked, without stopping, long days, even longer nights. I told myself I was doing it all for my family, but deep down, I was also running away from the silence. Every missed dinner had an excuse. Every broken promise had a justification. I'll make it up later. I didn't notice when the house grew quieter, when the laughter began to fade, when we became just me. At the time, I thought sacrifice was noble, that love would wait. I didn't understand that love doesn't leave all at once. It burns out slowly when it's ignored for too long. And I didn't see it happening until it was already too late. The day I finally won felt surreal. The numbers on the screen were larger than I had ever imagined. The house was bigger. The car was newer. People started calling me successful. But when I walked through the door that night, there was no celebration, no one waiting, no voice, just silence. I sat alone in a house that was once my dream and realized that success had arrived, but connection had not. That's when I understood something no one tells you. Money only amplifies what already exists. It doesn't fill the void. It only makes it louder. Regret doesn't scream. It whispers. It shows up when you see an old photo, when you hear a song, when you realize that certain moments will never happen again. I replayed conversations in my head. I should have listened. I should have stayed. I should have slowed down. But time doesn't go back. It only teaches if you are willing to learn. No one warned me about this price. They spoke of sleepless nights, stress, and physical pain. But no one prepared me for the loneliness that comes when you trade presence for progress. I believed I was building something solid, but I didn't realize that while I was raising walls, I was creating distance. Distance between me and those who loved me. Distance between who I was and who I was becoming. Work became a refuge. Silence became a routine. And exhaustion became an excuse. I even confused absence with noble sacrifice. I told myself it was all necessary, that later everyone would understand. What I didn't understand is that later doesn't ask for permission. It simply arrives, and often it arrives too late. I missed dinners, birthdays, Sundays. I missed the simple conversations that build intimacy. And by the time I noticed, I no longer knew how to start those conversations. The price of success wasn't the effort. It was what I stopped living while chasing something I thought would solve everything. And it didn't. There is a kind of silence that weighs more than any noise. It was this silence that accompanied me at the end of the day. The house was in order, everything in its place, but something essential was missing. The sound of presence. The feeling of belonging. I would sit at the table and realize there was no one to ask how my day went. No voice to disagree, laugh, or simply exist by my side. It was in that vacuum that I started to hear my own thoughts, and they were not kind. Silence brings memories. It brings questions. It brings truths you avoid while you're too busy to feel. That's when I realized I didn't miss the things I had conquered. I missed what I had ignored. The people I expected to be eternal, as if time had made that deal with me. But time makes no deals. It collects. And in that silence, I understood that it wasn't the loneliness that hurt. It was the regret of knowing that I had built it myself, day after day, choice after choice. There was a day when I would have given everything to go back. Not to change big decisions, but to change small moments. To choose to stay more often. To listen more closely. To value the now, instead of betting everything on the later. I wanted to go back to the man who believed there would always be time. I wanted to grab him by the shoulders and say, "Pay attention. This right here is the part that matters." But the past doesn't listen to advice. It only watches. What remained was accepting that some doors don't open twice. Some people move on. Some versions of life remain only in memory. This day taught me a hard lesson. Regret isn't about what you lost, but about what you could have been. And the question that remained was simple and painful. What can still be saved, while there is still time? It was on the porch, at the end of the afternoon, that everything became clear. The sun was setting slowly, painting the sky gold. The horse rested nearby, breathing calmly, as if it understood more about life than I did. There was no rush. Just time passing, as it always has. There, looking at the horizon, I realized that life never asked for perfection. It asked for presence. It asked for the courage to stay, to feel, to prioritize what money can't buy. That porch became my mirror. Everything I ignored came back in the form of silence and open sky. But it was also there that something new was born. Awareness. Perhaps I couldn't change the past, but I could still change the ending. I could still choose to be different from that moment on. I could still learn, even if it was late. Because as long as there is breath, there is choice. And as long as there is choice, it is not yet the end. If you've made it this far, maybe this story isn't just mine. Maybe you are also too busy. Maybe you are putting off important conversations. Maybe you believe there is still time. I thought exactly like that. We convince ourselves that tomorrow we'll fix it. That next week we'll call. That next month everything will calm down. And without noticing, we turn the now into something disposable. But life doesn't happen later. It happens while you're busy planning. If I could leave you one single message, it would be this: don't ignore the signs. The emotional exhaustion. The distance. The silence that starts to grow where there used to be conversation. None of this appears out of nowhere. Everything gives a warning. The difference is who listens. Don't wait to lose something to value it. Don't wait for the void to understand what truly mattered. There is still time to change small choices. And small choices change entire destinies. For a long time, I confused success with achievement. I believed that winning was accumulating, having more, going further, proving something to the world, and perhaps to myself. But time has a cruel way of revealing the truth. Success is not what you have. It is what you manage to keep. It's coming home and still being recognized. It's having someone to share the silence with. It's being able to stop without the fear of losing everything. I learned that success is worth nothing if it demands the people you love as payment. No number compensates for an empty chair at the table. No achievement replaces a presence that is gone. True success is balance. It's knowing when to move forward and when to stay. It's growing without disappearing. And this definition doesn't appear in business books. It only emerges when you realize what you almost lost, or what you've already lost forever. Even after everything, life still offered me something: choice. Maybe not to correct the past, but to change the way I would live what remained. And that was enough. I chose to be more present. I chose to listen more than I speak. I chose to value the simple. I learned that it's not too late as long as you breathe. Too late is when you realize, and you do nothing about it. Today I understand that every day is a silent chance to do things differently. It doesn't need grand gestures. Sometimes, just staying is enough. Just listening. just not leaving when the world calls you to run. Life always tests us, but it also always offers us a new choice. The question is, what are you going to do with it? If this story touched you, it's because it carries a universal truth. We all believe we will have more time, more chances, more later. But later is not guaranteed. What is guaranteed is the now. And the now is all you really have. If there is someone you need to reach out to, do it. If there is something you've been putting off due to fear or pride, face it. If there is love around you, cherish it while it's still there. Don't wait for regret to become your teacher. It teaches, but it charges a high price. If this message spoke to you, subscribe to the channel for more stories that remind us of what truly matters. And if you've already learned a life lesson the hard way, comment below. Your experience might wake someone up in time, because money comes and goes. Achievements pass, but time, that doesn't come back. Don't wait until it's too late.